Hey Kevin, how you doing? Um, got a small glitch here, nothing to get too excited about. It's a little problem with the Viper. Let me show you what I'm doing now. I hooked up the relay, that all works fine. Radio on. When I turn the radio on, I always wait until the screen comes up and I check and make sure everything's okay. Then tank on. I wait until I hear the Komodo click. There she goes, click twice for short delay mode. Turn the tank on. Got the channel 6 is at 0 right now. It comes on, it's kind of loud actually. As long as I don't touch anything, everything works fine. If I turn the volume down, first it won't go all the way down to off. Okay. Turn it back to 0. If I turn it down and run it, first thing it does is kick up the volume. Now when I come back up to 0, it's much louder. And that's as low as it'll go. I've got it down as low as it'll go now when I hit the throttle. Seems to be staying there. Tank off. I've also noticed that since I've started, I've had to rebind the RC2TG about a half a dozen times, and I've never had to do that before. Channel 6 is back at 0. I'm going to turn the tank off and turn the radio off and start it all again to show you one more thing. Okay, everything's been off for a few seconds. Radio on. Waiting for the screen to come up. Okay, there's my screen. Everything's good. 10.3 volts. Tank on. Waiting for Komodo. There's Komodo. Tank on. Now, I'll turn the smoke off this time. Okay, smoke is turned off. Okay, it turns all the way down. This will be an experiment. As soon as I hit the throttle, it came back on. That's 0. That's as low as it'll go. Tank off. I hope I've been holding this in such a manner that you'll be able to see it. I can't see the back of the camera while I'm doing this. Tank off. Take channel 6 back to 0. I'm going to turn the radio off. I'm going to do it one more time just to see if I have to rebind it. The only time I think if I move channel 6 pot at certain times, then I'll have to rebind. I still haven't quite got that down. But radio on. What's up, Nancy Buddy? Okay, screen's up. Tank on. Waiting for Komodo. There's Komodo. Tank on. Okay, didn't have to rebind it. That's good. Hit it again. As soon as I hit the throttle is when it does it. So it's got to be EMI. I'm hoping the new lipos will take care of that. I want to try one more thing to see if it'll have to be rebound. I'm going to start again. I'm going to let everything stay off for a second. Radio on. Waiting for the screen. There's the screen, everything's good. Channel 6 is at 0. Tank on. Waiting for Komodo. Now this is what I thought I noticed before. Turn channel 6 down to It's like negative 80% is as low as it'll go. Tank on. Yeah, it's not bound anymore. Because I moved that pot before I turned the tank on, in between the time I turned the power switch on and the time I turned the tank on, I moved the pot for channel 6, and now the RC2TG is no longer bound. It won't turn on. Okay, so tank off, radio off, bind switch open, radio on, screen up, channel 6 at 0, tank on, waiting for bind, watching the lights. There we go, solid. Komodo's clicking. Blinking again in the MFU. MFU solid. Fast blink on the RC2TG. Binding switch still open. Tank on. Oh, and it didn't come on. That's new. Okay, let's try it one more time. Tank off. Radio off. It might be because I moved the pot. I'm going to go back to on. I'm going to wait a few seconds. I'm going to go back to bind. Alright. I'm going to go radio on. This time I'm not going to touch channel 6 before I do anything. Okay, channel 6 is showing maybe a couple percent, but I'm not going to touch it. Bind switch is open. Tank on. Waiting for Komodo. Solid light. Komodo clicks. Getting blink. Blink. Solid. Fast blink. Tank on. There we go. Now it's rebound. I'm not going to touch anything. I'm going to turn it off and close the binding switch. Let everything run for a second. Get situated. Tank off. No problem. I'm going to turn off the power. Give it a second. Okay. Turn off the power. I'm going to close the binding switch. Okay, I'm going to give it a few more seconds. I'm going to go ahead and turn the radio off. Start from fresh. Give it a few seconds. Turn the radio on. Waiting for the screen. Screen's up. Pot still says a couple percent. I'm not going to touch it. Tank on. Waiting for Komodo. Binding switch is now closed. Solid light in the MFU. Fast blink on. There's the Komodo. Fast blink on the RC2TG. Tank on. No problem. So, let's see what the volume does on that tank. Okay, everything's good. Throttle. I hope you can see this. Throttle. Volume staying the same. Turn the volume down. Throttle. Volume comes right back up. Now it won't go down past there. But I'm going to reset to 0. And go tank off. Oops, wrong way. Tank off. Okay, partner, that's what it's doing. Power off. So let me know what you think. What should I do next? See you next time.